Hi, and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing an unboxing, but a review of this will be done in a second video. Please check the description for details. Now this is the WLToys XK X1 quadcopter. And if you think that it looks very much like a Phantom, yes, it very much does resemble a Phantom. But let's go ahead and do an unboxing of this drone. Please bear in mind that this is purely just an unboxing, and a full review of this drone will be done in the next video. Check the description for details. Now, just looking at the box, some basic descriptions. This is a GPS drone though. Do bear in mind, with brushless motors. There are brushed motors on the gimbal, but since those do not work that hard, it should last pretty well. And these are the sides. The bottom just has some basic cautionary information, and the top has this basic handle. Okay, that pulls back like that. And here is the case. Now, in all probability, you are going to be carrying it around in this case more often than not. The case very much resembles the same type of material that you would get with a Phantom. Same type of hard foam. Very, very well made. You have to click those releases to release it. Right, the first thing we see is this sponge cover. Now I like that because sometimes it may happen that you put your travel case upside down into luggage or wherever, and then you will not damage your drone as it leans against this. This is lacking in many other drone packaging. I really like that. Now here we can see the little drone. This is the X1, and it's nicely packaged. Unfortunately, the propellers cannot be left on while it is in transport, so you have to take them off every time because there is no space in this travel case. Let's take out the remote first. There we go. That's the remote control. It feels pretty sturdy. I have to admit, maybe a little toyish, but sturdy enough for what I think we will be required to fly with this little drone. And there you put in your AA batteries, 2 on that side and 2 on that side. There are holes for screws if you wish to screw those down, but it does click in there. Now I would put in screws there obviously because you don't want these to accidentally flip open and your batteries falling out during flight because you may lose connection. This screen is just, it's not a real screen, it's basically just an information pad showing you what each button does. Now we will consult the manual to exactly understand what they mean by on the head, under the head, etc. So we'll take a look at that later. And here we have the X1. I'm going to pull that out for now. Okay. And as you guys can see, this very, very much resembles a miniature Phantom drone. Quite cute, but yeah, I like that. I'm going to put that one side for now. I'm going to take out this inner packaging just to show you what else is in here. Here we have the propeller guards. There are 4 of them, which you can install. However, do note that should they be installed, you will not be able to fit in your drone into this travel pack. Here we have, this is the charger for the battery. Now the battery seems to have been pre-installed. Here's the battery. Right, it shows about approximately half charge. I don't know if you guys can see the little LEDs there, but there are 2 LEDs switched on. Long press, it switches off again. So it seems to be a little bit of intelligence in there, and that would fit in like that. And there's your power port onto which you would plug your charger. Let's put that a little one side. We have a basic instruction manual in Chinese and English. We'll go through that later. We have 2 sets of propellers and a screwdriver. Oh, and there we have 2 screws, which I am going to assume is to tighten those screws at the bottom of your remote control. And yeah, this is the charger with which you charge the battery, the power supply, and it is rated for 100 to 240 volts, so you can use it in various parts of the world, and its output is 10 volts at 800 milliamps. Pretty low, so it may take a while to charge this little battery at 800 milliamps, but then again, it is a pretty tiny battery. Further, there's nothing else, just some padding. But I must say, I'm quite impressed by this travel case. It is decently thick. This is tough material, and it will protect your drone if you go traveling with it. I like that. On the remote, we also have this little tab which you pull out, and that's where that's your phone holder. Now, it's not big enough to house a tablet, but a standard phone will fit in there quite comfortably, and it does seem to grip on very nicely into these little sockets here. So yes, I would trust my phone in there, but it's not going to fit a tablet. And I'm going to bring in my Phantom. And yeah, you can see the difference. This is about, I would say, half scale. It's about half the size of your Phantom, but it very much does resemble it. And I think once in flight, that resemblance, well, at low altitude, might even be greater. But there you go. Very nice little resemblance. Once the props are on, it's going to be quite nice. Let's take a quick look at the drone itself. We've already looked at the batteries. The motors are brushless motors, all 4 sides. There are direction indicators showing you in which direction the motor is going to spin, so that you know which prop needs to go on which side. And the props themselves also have direction indicators, so that you know which props need to go onto which motors. The gimbal itself, the motors are brushed motors. They really do not work as hard as your flight motors would. And I do not like brushed motors on flight motors because they work very hard and those brushes run out very quick. But on something like a gimbal, those motors should be more than enough to run it for the life of this drone. The camera is it seems to be 118 degrees. It's marked X1, so its field of view is 118 degrees, and it seems to be a 2.9 f-stop if we could believe that. And the SD card plugs in here at the bottom of the camera. There's a connector cable. Obviously that's something you would want to check periodically, that it is well connected, and there seems to be some mounting base in here which also has some dampening to it. So yeah, the feet are already installed. They do seem fairly strong, and I doubt, unless you have a serious crash, that they would break. But yeah, we all try to aim not to crash our drone. There you go, guys. That is the unboxing. Check the description for details on the first flight and my full review. Hope you enjoyed that. Hit the like button and subscribe if you'd like to see more of my videos, and I'll catch you in the next one.